Are you still checking Playwright test results in terminal and manually debugging failures one by one? In this video, I will show you how TestDino enhances Playwright test reporting with structured dashboards and AI insights. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. So TestDino is a Playwright-focused test reporting and management platform. It centralizes runs, groups failures by cause, and tracks flake rate. It manages test cases, understands test health, catches regression early, and maintains large-scale test suites. So why TestDino? Playwright HTML and JSON reports are greater for single run, but they do not show suite history or trends. And here is what TestDino provides. It provides real-time streaming. So results appears on the dashboard as each test completes, and not after the full suite finishes. It provides suite history and dashboards. It provides continuous integration optimization. You will be having one place for evidence. Screenshot, video, console log, trace, and visual differences in single panel. It provides flag tracking and regression detection. So you catch issues the day they show up. You will be able to see error grouping and AI failure classification. It has MCP server support. It also provides test management to organize test cases, suite, and ownership in one place. You will be getting automated reports with scheduled PDF summarizes sent to your team on daily, weekly, or monthly basis. And before proceeding further with a practical example, I will just quickly go through some of the blogs, so you would be able to see actual benefits which companies has got by using TestDino. So here, as you can see, Franklin reduced Playwright CI costs by 40% using TestDino, while improving flaky test visibility and cutting debugging time by up to 20%. Here I will provide link of this blog post into the description. You can go through the complete article. Apart from that, I will show you one more article where OpenObserve cut Playwright flaky tests by 90% with TestDino. They scaled Playwright faster by cutting flaky tests from 30 plus to just 3 to 4 with TestDino. I will also provide link of this blog post into the description. You can go through the complete post. Now that's enough with the theory, let's have some practical knowledge. So how to install TestDino with Playwright? So before installing TestDino, we will set up our TestDino account. For that, you need to go to this site, which is testdino.com. And here you can click onto this start free. Here you can provide your details to create your account, or you can simply click onto this continue with Google, where you need to click onto your Google account. So here I will click onto this one, then you can continue to create your account. And see, we are able to authenticate successfully. And here we can select our details. For now, here I will select QA Test Engineer, click on to continue, where I will provide my workspace name as WishInfinite. Here we will give project name as TestDino Practice. And here I will provide my website name, which is wishinfinite.com. Now let's click on to continue. And here you can select your team size. For now, I will select 2 to 10. And here you can select your industry. For now, I'm clicking on other and providing IT. Here you can select that how did you hear about TestDino. For now, I'm selecting YouTube here. And then click on to this get started. And here you would be able to see this page where we have provided this organization as WishInfinite. You can create multiple organizations here. And this is the project name which we have given, which was TestDino Practice. You can provide any name here. If you want to create a new project, you can simply click here onto this new project and create a new project. Now let me click onto this project which we have created. And here you would be able to see all the details to get started with the TestDino. For now, we will start with the real-time scenario so that it would be easy for you to understand it. Where we just need to install this TestDino and then we need to start the execution. For that, let's go to our document. So to install the TestDino, we just need to give this command, which is npm install @testdino/playwright. So we can copy the same CLI command. Now let's go to VS Code. And here I've created one testdino-practice.spec.ts. On this file, we will come just after installing TestDino. Here I am considering that you have already installed Playwright. You are having all the setup related to the Playwright, right? If you have not watched my installation related video of the Playwright, I would highly recommend you to watch those videos. Or you can watch whole Playwright playlist to get in-depth knowledge. Now here into the terminal, just provide this command, which is npm install @testdino/playwright. Hit enter and TestDino will get installed. Now we will start our execution, but before that, let's understand the scenario or the tests which we are going to cover. I'm not writing tests again. I've already created some basic tests so that we can focus more about TestDino. So here I've created this testdino-practice.spec.ts inside our tests folder, where I've imported test and expect from the Playwright test, where we have created 3 test blocks. First test block is related to the login functionality verification, where we have second argument, which is anonymous function, where we are going to use the page fixture. And here what we are doing, we are going to this particular site which is WishInfinite.com. This is my website. If you want to use the same website, you can use that. So let me go to this website and just show you that what we are going to do. So this is the website where in the first test we are clicking onto this playground. Then we are verifying that this subscribe button is visible. And then we will be clicking onto this e-commerce apps where we are going to provide this username and password like this. And then we will be clicking onto this login button. And once we log in, we are going to verify that this e-commerce app heading should be displayed. So for the same scenario, I have created this script. See here, we are going to this website. We are clicking onto this playground tab onto the top. Then we are validating the subscribe button. Then we are clicking onto this e-commerce from the left hand navigation where we are entering username, password, clicking onto the login button. And then we are trying to validate that this heading is appearing there or not. And here purposefully I have provided this locator wrong. So here for the heading, the name is e-commerce app. But here I have provided gap purposefully so that this test will fail. Let me just quickly show that to you. So see, for this particular heading, if you will inspect, you would be able to see this H2 with the name e-commerce app. But as we want to fail it purposefully, we have provided e-commerce gap. Here we are using get by role to detect that particular element. So this is simple script. I'm not going in much detail that how we are writing this particular script, that we have already seen and you already know. Now we have the second test where we are ordering the product. So here also again we are going on to this link. Then we are going to this e-commerce app where we are logging in and then we are ordering an item. And once we order it, we should be able to see order confirmation. So here what we are doing, we are going to the site and once we log in, we are just clicking onto this order now and then we would be able to see this order confirmation post pop-up. So that's what we are validating. And now we have third test where we are validating the logout functionality where we are logging in first. So till here we are entering username, password, then logging in. And then once we are logged in, we are clicking onto this logout button and then we would be validating this user input pop-up should be displayed, which is our username field. So what we are doing, once we log in, we are clicking onto this logout button and once we log out, we should be able to see this username field. That's it. There's nothing complex into these tests. I am doing simple basic operations related to the login functionality, ordering the product and logout functionality. You can write these tests by your own. And now we are done with the TestDino installation. We have created our test script. Now we can start our execution. So generally, if you want to start the execution, you would be using the CLI command, which is npx playwright test, which will run your tests locally and you would be able to see the reports also. But now we want to start our execution and we also want to integrate our execution with the TestDino. So how to do that? So for that, let me go back to the document and here you need to use this command, which is npx tdpw. I think it is short form for TestDino playwright. Then we need to provide test. After that -t and here we need to provide the API key. So what is API key? So for this, let's go to our TestDino account, which we just created. And here we just went into this TestDino practice project. And here you would be able to see your API token. You can use your token, right? Once you create the account, once you create the project. I would be deleting this token. So that's why I'm showing it publicly. So this is the API token which we need to use. And where we need to use? So that I just told you, right? Here also it is written, you need to use this npx tdpw test then -t. After that we need to provide this API key. So let me copy this whole CLI command with the API key. Now let's go to VS Code and here let's provide this command npx tdpw test -t and API key. And now just hit enter. And now as soon as we will hit enter, it will run this particular script because inside our test folder only one script is there. If you would be having multiple test scripts, so all of them would be getting executed. So here hit enter for this command and let's go back to our TestDino dashboard. And see here it is showing waiting for the first test run. So now our execution has started. It would be doing all the operation and purposefully, as I told you, we are failing one of our tests. And see, automatically we are able to see these details onto our dashboard. Let's wait for this execution to get finished and then we would be having a look at our dashboard. And see, if you have noticed, we were able to see our execution live, right? So we have executed it locally from here only, but here at the TestDino, as we have provided our API key, so automatically we are able to see the live execution progress, that what is happening. And here inside your project under test runs, you would be able to see our first test run. See, #1 we are seeing for the first test run. Here we are seeing details related to the GitHub. So this is our branch name, then test results, and we would also be able to see AI insights. For now, let's click here. And now we are able to see summary that we have one failed test. Here you can also see details related to flaky and skipped tests. You can scroll down where you would be able to see each and every test, how much time it took, how it got executed onto which browser, and which one got passed and which one got failed. So now let's quickly have a look at our failed test, because we need not to go into deep into our past tests. Here let's click onto this failed tests. You can also filter out by this passed, failed, flaky and skipped. For now let's click onto this failed test, where we would be able to see more details, where it is showing the status, which is failed, timeout issue. Why failing? It is unstable, total runtime is 11 seconds, and it has done 2 attempts. Because for our Playwright project, we have enabled one retry. Here we would be able to see error details, that at what point our test is getting failed. So here, as I told you, purposefully we have provided this wrong name. So that's why it is getting failed. Here you would be able to see the screenshot, video, traces, right? Whatever you see into our Playwright HTML report. Here you can click onto this trace to see the trace viewer. And now let's go to the top. And here we can click onto this AI insights, which will give us AI insights that why this particular test is getting failed. And here you would be able to see AI recommendations, that what you should do to resolve this particular issue. Here you can go through these details. Let's scroll down and see it is showing the quick fix, where it is asking us to put this particular line. And see, if you will notice, it has automatically provided this correct name. So you need not to do any analysis. You can just simply try this particular quick fix and our test will get resolved. Let me provide this line quickly and let's quickly run our test again. So here let's go to VS Code. Let's replace this particular line with the line which TestDino has suggested. Now let's again run our test. So again let's provide the same command, hit enter. And it will again start the execution. We can go to the dashboard and see our second run is done. And now it is passed. So we have used that AI Insight fix and our test got passed. Again we can click here and you would be able to see all the tests are getting passed. Here you can explore all these options again. Here I will go to one option which is history, where we can see history of our execution, that how our execution went previously and how it went this time. So previously it took this much time, 42 seconds, and now as all the tests are passed, it only took 17 seconds. You would also be able to see run history. Here we are seeing this performance improved from 42 seconds to 17 seconds. And like this you can create multiple test script files, multiple tests inside them, and then you can run it through the TestDino. So for now we have just explored one option which is test runs. You can also explore other options here, that I will leave up to you. Like here we can explore this test explorer, where you would be able to see unified view of all the test cases across your project like this. And now I wanted to discuss one last and very important thing with you, which is TestDino's USP against free open source tools. First one is quick setup. TestDino integrates in under 10 minutes with a single line of code, avoiding manual server orchestration. It has no hidden costs. TestDino eliminates hidden hardware and DevOps cost, often required for self-hosted free tools. It provides AI failure classification, means it automatically classifies failures, saving hours of manual triage time each week. Next one is real-time streaming. It provides instant test feedback, removing CI dead time spent uploading artifacts. Next one is historical analysis. It maintains persistent test history across branches, unlike disposable HTML reports. It has flaky test detection capabilities, where it tracks instability pattern over time, instead of just making retries. Next one is also quite helpful, which is inline trace viewing. It lets you view traces directly in the browser, without downloading large files. TestDino provides AI summaries, where it posts AI-generated summaries directly in the pull request commands. Apart from that, it has one-click ticket creation capability, where it enables one-click Jira liner ticket creation with full failure context. You can read out these points to get more details about TestDino's USP against free open source tools. And on top of that, TestDino is continuously adding new features and improvements. You can also go to this changelog link and follow their changelog to stay updated with the latest updates. I will also provide this changelog link into the description. And now I will conclude this video here, but before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. So here we saw that TestDino is Playwright focused test reporting and management platform. Then we saw that how to log in into TestDino by using our Google account. And once we are logged in, we need to create organization and project. You can create multiple projects, right? And once you are logged in inside TestDino, you just need to simply install the TestDino by using the command which is npm install @testdino/playwright that you need to provide inside terminal. And once the installation is done and our test scripts are ready, we just need to use this command which is npx tdpw test-t and then the API key. which we have taken from our TestDino account. And once we provide this execution command like this here into the terminal, we would be able to see the execution. Our tests will get executed locally, but we would be able to see the integrated report onto the TestDino. So once you will go to your TestDino and you will go to this test run inside the test project, you would be able to see test runs where you can see the old test execution also. Like here, for this first attempt, our test got failed. So we can go there and here we can see failure details, right? Here inside that why this particular test is getting failed, and we can try to fix our test. And as I told, you can create multiple test script files and multiple tests inside them and then can do the execution so that you would be able to see all the details together. For now, we have covered the basic scenario, but I will leave it up to you so that you can practice more. And for now, we have used our free account. If you want to explore other plans, that you can. And now that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access whole Playwright tutorials playlist. And stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.